connection. Okay, so I'm excited to be here. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator of Teamzy. I'm very excited to talk to you guys tonight. I want to warn you that my kids went back to school this week, and so we got our first cold in the house. I'm a little sniffly and sneezy tonight. So if I occasionally jump off screen, you'll know it's just to save you from having to see me blow my nose or something. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you guys through a training on relationship marketing, which is the philosophy behind Teamzy. I'm going to teach you some kind of the ins and outs of how, just kind of how it all works, so you understand, and so you can be really effective using it. Then I'll take you into Teamzy. I'll show you how to quickly set it up. I'll take you guys through how to do a power hour really efficiently and amazingly, and I'll show you how to follow up like a pro. I'm going to do that as fast as I can, and then I'll have open Q&A for you guys. Make sure that you have a pen and paper ready, because I have been known to drop a lot of good nuggets along the way. Also, I will warn you now that I do have a tendency to go off on what have been affectionately called passion tangents. So you'll know when that's happening, but hopefully it'll be fun for you as we go. So, okay, you guys ready? I'm going to start right here with this presentation. Okay, so let's talk about how to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. Okay, how to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. Before I get deep into it, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. My background is actually in coaching and training. Before I became a Beachbody coach, my entire grown-up life, I've been a business coach, teaching people how to build their business, primarily in the real estate industry. But I've been focused on teaching people the principles that I'm going to teach you guys tonight. So everything that I will show you in Teamzy, which is built specifically for Beachbody coaches, has been tried, and it's tried and true systems that have worked for salespeople in just about every business, okay? Let's jump right in though. What is relationship marketing? What is relationship marketing? Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. Okay, it's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. The reason that I am taking a minute to explain this to you guys is because this is what we're all about, right? We're all about initiating interest, trying to get people to be interested in our business. But I also want you guys to get an important principle right at the beginning of this call, because you need to understand that we are not in the business of marketing home fitness programs, and we are not in the business of marketing nutritional supplements. Your business is lead generation. That is your business. Okay, so next team call, if somebody asks what business are we in, your answer is the lead generation business. Because if you're passionate about helping people and about changing lives, you can't do that at all until you've first generated leads, until you've made new relationships, until you've generated new interest or inquiry into your business. Does that make sense? So you guys got to think about that. It's the lead generation business. I don't care how busy your day is. I don't care how many challenge packs you sold today or how many coaches you signed up. If you didn't do your lead generation work, which I'm going to show you how to do in Teamzy, you didn't work on your business today. Okay, and that's kind of the mindset you got to be in. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the system. The cool thing about this is it's a system. My first real job was working at Burger King. Anyone ever work at fast food? So my first job, I was 14 years old, I got a job working at Burger King, and they took me to this back room that they called Burger King University. It's really like a broom closet with a VCR. But they taught me their system. They taught me how to do everything exactly the way they do it. That's why it's always the same. They even painted footprints on the floor where they wanted me to stand. I really couldn't screw up how to make a Coca-Cola when I was 14 years old, because I was standing in the right spot. This is a system like that. It's a system that has been proven to work. You guys just need to follow the steps, and it's going to work for you the same every time. Now, a couple of things about the system I just want to point out. One, we get to serve and bring value first. We get to serve and bring value first. Also, when we invest systematically in relationships, people are more likely to want to do business with us and to recommend our business to others. So we're going to serve and bring value first. We're going to invest systematically in relationships. If you are a people person, you're already going to be loving this. Hold on one second. I'm just going to step out.
I love you too, Axel.
Okay. I'm going to step out and mute every once in a while, okay? Okay. So we're also able to create predictable and reliable results. the cool thing about the system is you can actually predict. And those of you guys who are using Teamzy already, you've seen that when you put in your income goal, it tells you what to do every day. That's because we can predict the results. If you get to using this for a couple of months, you'll be able to look and predict, based on what I'm doing now, how many Success Club points you'll have 3 months from now, which is pretty cool, okay? Also, we always know what to do next because it's a system. We always know what to do next. How many of you guys just wonder what to do next? A lot. I know that's the way I'm wired. Okay, here's your next principle that I want you guys to get. Really get these principles down. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So your business is lead generation, your duty is developing relationships. So if you think about it like this, we generate leads so that we can develop and deepen relationships. Okay, and that's what it's all about. If your focus is on developing and deepening relationships and bringing value to people and serving people and what I call getting in the make someone's day mindset, your business is going to be consistently growing forever. And you're going to really enjoy your life too. Okay, so here's what we want to do with our relationships. We want to turn relationships into advocates. Turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. Guys, an advocate is somebody that is out bringing people to your business. They're out talking about you. They're excited about you and your business. Every single one of you is an advocate, probably for a half a dozen companies or businesses or products, right? That's the way we're naturally wired to be advocates. And our goal as business owners is to work on our relationships in such a way that people become our advocates. Okay. So here's your next big important principle. And I know I'm going through this stuff fast. You guys can take it, right? You're up in the Northeast. Things move fast, right? 3 of you probably already said, hurry it up, Eric. All right. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Here's the good news. Jerks don't make it in this business. They don't. People see through it. They need to be able to trust you. You need to be a good person. But let's talk about why this is so cool too. Trust is what makes the work fun. If somebody trusts you even just a tiny bit, you don't have to convince them of anything. You can just get right into helping them. You get right to the good stuff, which is helping them change their lives. Trust takes that icky salesperson feeling. You guys know what I'm talking about? That, like, I don't want to feel that way. It takes that out of the equation. If they have a little bit of trust for you, you never feel that way and you never come across that way. And the best part is with trust, you get to go for yes. Have you guys ever done the go for no exercise? You guys know what I'm talking about? So it's real common in network marketing, this go for no thing. And the idea is, you know, let's say everyone on the team, okay, this week we're gonna see how many no's we can get. And it's literally keeping a list of everyone who rejects you. And it's kind of like, yeah, because I'm getting closer to a yes. And it's a common practice. And people have been very successful doing it. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm way too much of a wimp for that. Like, I hate being rejected. Anybody hate rejection? I hate rejection. I don't want to be rejected. Here's the thing. I go for yes because first I spend time building trust. First I work on building a little bit of trust. That way all I get is yes. I never burn a bridge. I'm always building bridges. Does that make sense? Okay, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that as we go. Because the cool thing is there's actually a system to building trust. Okay, and I can only give you like this much of everything tonight, but I'm going to give you this much of a lot, so don't worry, keep going. How to build trust. Here are the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. The first one is chemistry. I'll go through these quickly and then I'll come back. Chemistry. The second is character. The third one is competence, and fourth is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. All right, let's go through these quickly. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you that can relate to? And this is probably the easiest one for you guys to figure out, right? How to find some common ground with somebody. Also, you're attracting people through social media that are like you already. You've already got common ground. And I won't go too deep into this because I know this is probably something you guys already work on. The only thing I will say to you guys about finding your common ground with somebody is 2 things. One, that you have common ground with everybody. There's nobody you don't have stuff in common with. And the easiest way to get there is just to do what I tell my kids, which is remember that the Lord gave you 1 mouth and 2 ears. right? Just listen, ask questions and listen. That's how you find your chemistry. Okay, the second one is character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Did you guys notice that it's something you do, not something you have? Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Anybody ever get like they get offended because somebody's questioned your integrity? I'm that way. But at the same time, look, I'm not saying that I don't get that way still if somebody does that, but you just have to understand they should question your integrity. How do they know your integrity? Have you spent time demonstrating to that person your level of care? Right? They haven't seen you do it. It's like, how would you know somebody's a loving person? How would you know they have integrity? You have to show this. This is something you demonstrate. I don't care who you've been, good or bad. Who you are demonstrating that you are, how you're living out your life now is what matters. And that's how you're going to communicate your character. Okay, the third one is competence. Competence is when you demonstrate that you are good at what you do. And you're a business person. You're good at what you do and you're a business person. Again, something you do, not something you have. Are you showing people that they can trust you to help them get fit? Are you showing people that they can trust you to mentor them in this business? Now, the cool thing about competence, guys, is that if you're a brand new coach and you don't feel like you have a lot of competence yet, the amazing thing is you can lean into your team and you can borrow theirs, which is kind of cool. Okay. Chemistry, character, competence. Before I move on to number 4, which is my favorite one to talk about, I just want to leave you with this. When people are thinking about doing business with you, or with anybody for that matter, there's only 3 things they care about, and this is it, okay? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Think about it. You guys feel the same way. You guys feel the same way. And people that you've decided, I don't want to do business with that person, probably violated one of these in a strong way, right? Now, I want you guys, just a little side note. If you're coming up against a lot of objections in your business, people are objecting. Oh, it's too expensive, or, oh, I don't know about whatever. I'm pregnant and I can't have vitamin E. There's a lot of vitamin E in that, or, whatever the objections may be. I want you guys to really think about it, because all objections come from these 3 questions. What that means if someone has objections is that deep down, these questions in their heart have not been answered for them yet. Okay? So, can you in a conversation answer all these? No. It takes time. That's what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do, though, is how to deepen relationships as you go. Yes, you need to be educated in your business so you can overcome objections, but you need to understand that as you build relationships and as you deepen trust with people, these questions will be answered for them, and you will have very few objections, if that makes sense. Okay, now to number 4. My love-hate relationship is with consistency. How about you guys? So hard to be consistent. And this is the one thing nobody's good at. Isn't that amazing? Nobody's good at this in the whole world. This is why there's more than one person. We need each other to be consistent. Okay, but I'm going off on tangents. Let me talk to you a little bit about this. Here's an important principle. People respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. I'm going to share a great book with you guys. This book right here, it's called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. I highly recommend you read it. It can be kind of a little dry at times because it's like a hardcore, like psychology book, but it's really good. It talks about the 6 laws of social persuasion. Here's the title. Here's the thing I'll tell you though. In this book, he talks about how the desire to be consistent is one of the primary motivating factors for all people. Okay, I'll say that one more time. The desire to be consistent is one of the primary motivating factors for all people. This is huge for our business. Now, I'm going to explain why it's so big for building our business, but first I just want to talk to you for a second as a coach. As a coach, you guys have a challenge group. Let's say you get 10 people in the challenge group. Wouldn't you say that typically half of them end up not really getting great results, like they fall off the face of the earth? Have you ever noticed that? And then some people do stick with it and they get amazing results. I wonder what the difference is. Well, here's the thing I will tell you. The reason that some failed and the reason that some succeeded is the same reason. Their desire to be consistent is why some failed and some succeeded. See, the people who failed, their desire to be consistent with their friends and family who have unhealthy habits was too strong to break. Right? Can you picture it? Come on, girl, you'd worked out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You deserve this deep dish pizza dinner with us. You earned it, right? And then it's derailed. Or it's just their own habits, their own lifestyle. They were unable to break away. They wanted to continue to be consistent with that. It was too much of a sacrifice for them to change those patterns. And the same reason other people succeed, because they were able to find a new group to be consistent with, the community you created in your challenge group. They were able to create new habits to be consistent to, and they got better results. But you have to understand how huge this desire to be consistent is. In fact, when I talk to you guys about follow-ups, I'm going to explain how you're going to assume that people will run from you after they've told you they're interested because of that desire to stay consistent to their current lifestyle. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys how to love them through that. But this is huge. Now, as a coach, guys, as a coach, how many of you have been told that you inspire somebody? Like, you inspire me. I love your posts, they're so inspiring, right? You guys get that? Now, do you think, and again, I mean this lovingly, but do you think it's because we all look like Autumn Calabreese in our bikinis? I know I don't. No, that's not why we're inspiring people. People are inspired because they see you doing things they think are hard consistently. And what is it about it when you do something consistently? They respect it and they desire it for themselves. That's another way to say they're inspired by it, right? So guys, first question for you is, are you consistent? Are you consistent? Are you a product of the product? How many times have you heard that before? Do you wonder why Carl is always talking about that? Excuse me a second. See, I'm so passionate about products of the product. I had to sneeze on you. Sorry about that. You ever wonder why Carl's always talking about this? It's because he knows that if you're consistently using the products, people will be drawn to you, that they are going to want, they're going to be inspired by you, right? So here's a quick question, and I bet you guys are doing pretty well with this stuff, but are you doing your workouts? Are you drinking your Shakeology every day? Are you actually committed to a healthy lifestyle? Are you doing your personal development? That's a big one. You got to be doing your personal development. Here's the thing I will tell you guys. I've talked to a lot of coaches. The one thing all the successful coaches have in common is that they are doing their personal development consistently. And everybody else sort of, kind of, sometimes does it. I know this is a Teamzy call, but I'm passionate about this, guys. You should be doing something every day. Darren Hardy talks about the 30-minute rule. 10 minutes of prayer, 10 minutes of a book, right? Simple. 10 minutes. You can get Audible. You guys heard of audible.com? You can listen to books. I'm always reading 2 books. I'm always listening to Audible when I walk my dog. My dog and I walk and listen. That's when we do the Audible stuff. But you just got to do it. You just got to make it a thing. So anyways, I'm off on a tangent, but I know that some of you guys are not even going in personal development. You know what? That's missing in your life. Okay, here's one more thing I'm going to say about this, and then I promise I'll move on from this topic. Zig Ziglar, who I absolutely love Zig Ziglar, met him when I was 11 years old, literally changed my life as a young age. One of the things he talks about is that being broke is a state of account. Being poor is a state of mind. Right? If you want to change your accounts, you got to change your mind first. All right, sorry. Okay. So I bet most of you guys would tell me you're pretty consistent. Yeah, Eric, I'm pretty consistent on this stuff. That's not hard. But here's the question I really want to ask you. This is where Zig would say, this is your checkup from the neck up. How about your relationships? Are you consistent in your relationships? Right? I mean, are you as consistent about staying in touch with people as you are about posting your workout on social media? I know that all of you are probably saying, no, I'm not. That just means you're normal. Do not panic about that, okay? I'm going to show you how to, Teamzy is going to make it easy for you to do that. But this is an important thing to kind of grasp, is that people won't believe you until they see you. You create this amazing life on social media of the Beachbody coach lifestyle, and it is awesome. I have to tell you, it is awesome. In my 2 years as a coach, you know, I went to Cancun for free. I get to go on a Caribbean cruise for free, Nashville twice. It's awesome. I work from home with my kids around me all the time, you know, like it's an awesome lifestyle. And I see your guys' posts. I mean, the summertime was amazing because I must have seen 100 posts of these perfectly tan knees with a laptop on them, feet in the sand. And it was like hashtag mom boss, hashtag in business for myself. This is my office today, you know, and it's like this great lifestyle. But here's the thing. Yeah, that looks great. But I haven't heard from you since high school, so you must not be talking to me. Right? So we need to do both. We need to do both. We need to be consistent in our lifestyle, but we also need to be consistent about connecting with people. That's where the rubber hits the road. Okay. Because guys, relationship building is a contact sport. That means that if you want to build a relationship with somebody, you have to be in contact with them. There's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it. Here's your principle. This is one of the most important principles ever. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. I'm going to show you how just a couple seconds can make a big difference. But I'm going to give you guys one example before I do that. I'm almost done. And then we're going to go to Teamzy, honest. Okay, here's an example. How many of you guys have ever, let me come out so I can see your faces. How many of you guys have ever received a card from somebody, and in that card was like a beautifully thoughtfully written, handwritten message? Anyone ever get a card like that? Yeah, of course, right? You guys have probably got a ton of those. How many still have that card? Did you keep it? How many of you guys have a box of the cards like that under your bed or under in the closet or something? Anyone? Why do you think you saved those cards? Now, on the same token, how many of you guys have ever got like a postcard from the dentist with like a cartoon dog that said happy birthday and your teeth cleaning is due next week? You get those. Did you save that in the same box? Is that in the same box with the special cards? No, of course not. The reason we save cards like that is because the reason they're so valuable to us and have a lingering impact is because somebody took their most precious commodity, their time, and they gave it just to us. Because when they were writing that message, they weren't, you know, they didn't have their phone. They weren't Facebooking and multitasking and chasing Pokemon or anything like that. Like that time was just you and them. And it was just given to you. And that card means so much. Even now, in some cases, it could be years later, it still means so much because it represents that investment. It's like a pair of diamond earrings or something, right? It's amazing. Okay, now, that's just one example. I'm not saying that you guys need to be out writing a lot of note cards. However, I do recommend that writing notes is part of your business. You need to definitely incorporate that. But I'm going to show you how even you can send messages and texts and get some of that effect. Okay? All right. Sorry, I'm so congested on me here. Okay, next. Let's get back to my presentation. We'll get to Teamzy in a second. Okay. One more slide. We got that one. Here's what you guys need. You need a system. You need to stay in contact with all your relationships, okay? And I mean all of them. I'll show you how to do it. Don't be overwhelmed. It's easy to do. It doesn't take much time. You're going to know when to contact them. You're going to know what to say. And you'll make sure that nobody ever falls through the cracks. No more of this like scrolling through your Facebook messages trying to remember who you're supposed to follow up with. You need a system so that it's organized and easy. Okay, and you're lucky because I'm going to show you that system right now. It's called Teamzy. So let me jump out, jump back into Safari. Okay, so here's my Teamzy dashboard. You guys see that? Okay, great. I'm going to move you so I can see you guys. How many of you guys are using Teamzy already? Okay, great, awesome. Those of you guys who are not using it yet, you need to go to teamzy.com and get a free trial. It's a free 30-day trial, no credit card, nothing like that. You just go use it for 30 days. It's a no-brainer. Definitely go sign up for it. You can do it right now. I'm talking. I won't be offended. And when you're doing your 30-day free trial, get somebody else on the team to be your 30-day success partner. Okay? Hold each other accountable to using it every day for 30 days. Get your money's worth for the free time. And when you're done each day, take a screen grab of your dashboard and send it to your success partner. And that way, when you get that stupid text message at 10 o'clock at night when you're about to go to sleep, it'll piss you off and you'll roll over and get your phone and send out your messages. Trust me, it will work. And you guys will have the best month you've ever had in this business. Okay, so for when you go into your free trial, the first time you log on, you're going to be inside a setup wizard that makes it really easy to set up. And I'm going to just show you guys how that works real quick. So I'm just going to launch it again because I've dismissed it. It looks like this. And to set it up, we're going to do three things. We're going to set an income goal, create a powerful why, and then get your contacts imported. Okay, so let's just do it really quick. So set your income goal. Just put a number in here. This is the income level you want to be at in 12 months. I put in 150 grand. Figure out a number that makes sense to you and then add a little bit to it, stretch it a little bit, okay? Teamzy's going to make you guys so efficient, you're going to be able to do a lot more than you think. Okay, so now in the background, Teamzy's calculated that in order to get to 150 grand income level, I need to connect with 4,348 people. That's it over the next 12 months, okay? If that seems like a lot, and it kind of is, let me explain something. If you guys need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? Anyone ever eat an elephant? No? If you ever have to eat an elephant, you do it one bite at a time. One bite at a time. So don't be overwhelmed by that big number because Teamzy is going to give me the breakdown on the next page. So now it breaks it down for me. First, it divides it into three groups. Coaches on my team, customers, and prospects. People always go, what are prospects? Prospects, there's everybody in the world who's not already my coach or my customer and is not already the customer coach of another coach. Does that make sense? Everybody's a prospect. Because do you know anybody who doesn't need to be healthier? Or wants to maintain their health at an incredibly high level? That's everybody. So everyone's a prospect. Okay, and then it breaks it down yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. So it gives me kind of my first recommendation of a mix. It's telling me to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches each day. To add 3 people to my list and to invite 3 people either to a free group, challenge group, or business opportunity. Okay, great. Now, if you're a new coach, you can customize these. Anyone can customize these, but let's say you're a new coach and you don't even have 4 coaches. You can make this a 0 or something if you want, or a 1. You can customize these numbers, okay? But if you subtract from coaches and customers, definitely add to prospects, okay? So whatever you decide you want on this page, when you hit continue, it's going to set your dashboard of Teamzy up for these numbers, okay? All right, next, finding your why. Next is finding your why. This is really cool. Do you guys know what I mean by why? By your why? Okay. Is anyone sleeping? So here's the thing. If you fall asleep, here's what I want you to do. You have to leave the camera on so I can watch you sleeping. It's just going to bring calm to me while I'm talking. Okay, so make sure if you're getting sleepy, just leave the camera on. All right, I don't have a book or anything like in school. I want to talk to you guys about finding your why. This is really important. What I mean by why is just simply this. Why are you a coach? Why are you a coach? Do you know why? You might not, and that's okay, but you need to figure this out because here's what I will tell you. 50% of people who become coaches will quit within a year. I don't want that to be you. The only reason why people quit is because they don't know why they're here in the first place. You need to understand why you're a coach. Why does it matter if you're a coach or not? Why does it matter if you succeed at this? What's on the line if you fail? Does that make sense? You need to know why. Now, here's the thing I will tell you guys. This is where I always get controversial. People get mad at me for saying things like this. Everybody's a quitter. Everybody's a quitter. Okay? Every single human being is a quitter. Now, does that mean we can never be successful? Of course not. We can be incredibly successful. But the only time we persist through quitting points, and a quitting point is when something's so hard it feels like you shouldn't keep going. The only way we persist through a quitting point is when we have a big enough why. We have a big enough reason. And if that's there, nothing can stop us. Okay. Now, do you need to know your why in order to sign up for the Teamzy software? No, but we built it into the setup because we're so passionate about helping you succeed that we know this is vital. We know this is vital. Now, if you've never really given much thought to this, it's cool. I'm going to show you how this will actually take you through the process of kind of starting that mental process for yourself. Okay, so here we go. Finding your why. It's just like a journaling exercise right here in the software. You just answer these questions. This is just for you. Each question will get you deeper into your thoughts. Why did you become coach? Okay, great. Whatever that is, put it in. After you've written that in, then you say, okay, well, what did you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to accomplish as a coach? Great. Why is that important to you? Right? Write in your answer. Well, what would achieving this mean for you and your family? Okay. And why is that meaningful? How does that make you feel? Now, as you think about these things, guys, you're going to make a jump from what you thought you were doing to, wow, there's stuff going on here in my subconscious I didn't even realize. But once it's out in front, you can use it as a weapon. I'm serious, guys. And this is going to go on your dashboard. The last box, you write your why statement. It's going to go on your dashboard. You read it every day when you do your power hour. So just to give you a quick example of what happened with me, when I asked this, why did I become a coach? I became a coach because I did P90X and everyone was asking me what I did. And I just did it because I felt like I should be getting paid if they're asking me about it, right? And then what did I hope to accomplish? Well, I thought if I could make $500 a month, that'd be great. Why was that important? Well, so I'm already getting deeper. I had just come through a period of time through the recession. I work in the real estate industry. I've been laid off from my job twice in that period because that marketplace is so crazy. And hadn't been able to save any money during that whole time. And I thought $500 a month would be great savings. You know, well, what would achieving this mean for you and your family? Well, I thought, well, if I could save $500 a month for a while, maybe we could buy a new house. Because we've been having lots of kids. I can't help it. What can I say? That's why she has me out in the backyard shed working. Stay away from her. But the thing is that honestly, my wife's actually expecting right now in January, and we are of advanced maternal age. So now we have to jump through all these hoops, the doctors. Anyways, she's a Beachbody coach. She's fit like an 18-year-old. What are you going to do? So as I'm going through this, what would achieving this mean for your family? Well, I wanted to buy a house. That'd be great. And then why is that meaningful? How does that make you feel? And what happened to me on this last one, guys, I'm just going to tell you, I realized the house didn't matter. I freaking care less about the house. I realized that I wanted a new house because I knew in my heart there was something missing in my family. And the thing that was missing in my family was me. I never saw my family. I was working. And I was commuting to work. And I would get up in the morning and see my kids for 30 minutes. And then I would see them for 30 minutes before they went to bed at night. And I was traveling. And I was unhealthy because I was traveling all the time. And I was stressed about losing my job. And I realized that what started as, hey, people are asking me about P90X, turned into, this could be a way for me to have my cake and eat it too. Do you see where I'm getting at this? Now, you guys are going to go through a similar thing. And then my why became this: to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy, and I'm full of energy. The only days that I'm away from my kids now are Beachbody Summit, Beachbody Success Club vacation, right? And that's about it. I'm with my kids all the time, and they may even come on the next one. Okay, so you guys go through this process for yourself. Create your why. Now, here's a couple things about this. Your why will change with time, okay, which is cool. Your why may be tactical for now. It may just be, I want to take my kids to Disney World next August. That's cool too. Some of you guys are, well, here's one thing. Some of you guys are wired differently than me. You are wired to avoid pain. Anyone like that? This is how you know if you're like that. Do you ever worry about something and then in your mind, you worry about like the worst case scenario? Like, it's like you awfulize the whole thing out too. You know, like when your kids are running around on the pavement, you're like, you're going to fall and smash your head open on that pavement. You know, you go all the way to the awful end. Okay. If you're like that, Here's what I recommend you do with your why. Do the negative why. What will happen if I fail is, right? Figure out what the negative consequence of failure is and put that as your why to drive you. Does that make sense? Okay. I know a lot of people, their health whys are negative. I don't want to suffer like my parents did. I don't want diabetes like my mom. I don't, right? So, and those are powerful. So you can do that kind of why too. All right, so let's get in here. Sorry, I can see a couple of you dozing off. I know it's late out there on the East Coast. Last thing we're gonna do is get your contacts into Teamzy. We're gonna get your Coach Online Office coaches list imported, your customer list imported. We're gonna get your Facebook friends imported, and then any other list that you have, we're gonna get imported. Okay, and that's really easy. This is so easy. There's little videos here to show you how to do it. And the last setup step, the very last setup step for this is ranking your contacts. Okay, so you're gonna be, the system will automatically bring you in here when you do an import, and it'll be on rank mode. See the rank mode right here? It'll be toggled. This lets you go down and give everybody a score, 5 stars to 1 star. And you just click their star, whatever you want them to be, okay? Just click it. And if you don't want them on your list, you just click that little trash can.
I want.
That's totally fine. We'll just mute everybody. Okay. So you're gonna go through and rank them. Now guys, I just want to explain a couple of things about the ranking. I know I've been talking a lot. I'm gonna get you to Teamzy in a second. Here's the thing, guys. Oh, we're in Teamzy, but I'm gonna get you to your Power Hour. You need to rank people so that Teamzy knows how to create your Power Hour list for you. Okay, so your ranking sets the priority. It's important because you will never have to plan your Power Hour ever again once you start using Teamzy, once you get it set up. Okay, so here's what the ranks mean. A 5-star, this is somebody most likely to become a customer or coach, or an existing customer or coach that's a rock star. Okay, they're going to show up on your dashboard every single month. You're going to get a message that says, hey, reach out to this person, say hi, make their day. A 4-star person, this is someone likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing, or they're just a solid performer on your team. They're going to come up every 2 months. A 3-star person, this is somebody who you just really don't know. They could go either way with your business. So most of the people on your list will probably be a 3-star. They're going to show up every 90 days. Every 3 months, you're going to get a message to connect, to go make their day. A 2-star, they're getting a little colder. This is every 4 months, okay? And then 1-stars, these are people that are on your list, but you don't really reach out to them much. They're just on your list, okay? That's what the ranks mean. So you're going to go through real quick, bang, 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 bang. Everyone's going to be 3 to start when you import them, and you're going to change, you're going to rank them however you want. And if you've got a huge friends list, don't even worry about it, okay? If you've got a huge friends list, just get a big glass of wine. A couple of you already have a glass of wine in your hand right now. God bless you. Put on some smooth jazz and just crank through it, okay? Just crank through it. It's not a big deal because you'll never have to plan your Power Hour again once you've done it once. Okay, so we've got it all set up. Now I'm going to take you to the dashboard. Here we go. You can see on my dashboard everything I need to do here. There's my why. Here's my prospects goal 15, my customer goal 4, my coach goal 1, my invites, my ads. Okay, it's all there. Also my daily things I gotta check off as I do them. I did all these today. Let me check them off. Okay, so I can stay being a product of the product. So I go to do my Power Hour. I just go to the first person on my list on the prospects. That's Misty. Okay, that's Misty. And I'm just going to message these people. A lot of these people are coaches, but they're still my prospects because of Teamzy. Hold on, I got to move this so I can, boom. Okay, so boom, there's the message. Hi, Misty, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day was awesome. See, I haven't talked to her since April. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that. Okay. And I'm going to jump back to Teamzy. I use Facebook for most of my messaging, but you can use whatever you use for people. Text, message, email, whatever. I like Facebook because, well, coaches, we live on Facebook. I love Facebook. So now I'm going to paste that in Teamzy, and I'm going to record it. That was a Facebook message. Okay, really simple. Now I'm going to log the connect. Now notice that she's gone off my list. I've got a 1 now in that circle. You with me? Now I'm going to go to Christine. She's the next person on my list. Great. Bam. Same message. I'm going to change the name. I just pasted the same message. You see how efficient I am? Bam. Don't overthink it. Here's what we're trying to do, guys. We are getting in the what? The make someone's day mindset. We're just connecting. We're starting conversations. We're just connecting at this point. I'm going to paste that one in there. Facebook message, log. Yvette, let's do one more. You see how quickly I could do 15 of these? See, when you guys end up on my list, you're going to laugh when you get a message from me. It's going to be great. I'm going to make your day. Boom. Okay, look, there it is. There's 3 in a row. I could do 15 of those like crazy. Now, guys, I'm not cold inviting. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just trying to get them to smile. I'm hoping they'll respond. I'm hoping we'll get a conversation. Here's what I will tell you. Typically for me, my response rate is about 50%. Which means if I reach out to 15 prospects, I'm going to have 7 or 8 new prospect conversations today. Now, those conversations could be a conversation that is in depth, where we end up with an invite and I get them in a challenge group or I get them on my team. Or it could just be, I'm doing great, thanks, Eric. And when I try to continue the conversation, it's over. That's fine too. Here's the thing, guys. When you send them a personal message, for a second, you're here top of mind. They're more likely now to go to your Facebook page or your Instagram page and look at your posts and get engaged with what you're doing. At the very least, you wish them a happy day and they thought that was cool. They've associated that emotion with you. But the best case scenario, they respond and you have a conversation. This is where you use your training, where you use your form skills and you find out what their wants and needs are. Remember, our goal is the relationship, not the sale. Our goal is to make their day. Find a way to help them. It doesn't have to be Beachbody related, though it's great when it is. They may just need a friend, a laugh, a prayer. They may need a new dentist because they hate those postcards they've been getting. Whatever way you can help them, do it, okay? All right, once you get this done, you get all 15 prospects done, then you go to customers, okay? And then my message, hey, Cindy, how's it going? Wondering if there's a way to make, if there's anything I can do to make your day today. It's so important, guys. It's so important to check in with your customers. So many coaches neglect their customers. First of all, if this is a business where you really do care about people and helping them be successful with their health, you have to understand that most people will fall off the wagon and stop the program that they've started with you. If you get somebody in a challenge group, you should be planning on getting them in 4 challenge groups a year with you if you really want to help them. You can't just move on. You have to continue supporting people. It doesn't take much. You just send them a message every couple months to say, hey, how are you doing? Are you drinking your Shakeology? Are you doing your workouts? Oh, you fell off the wagon? Great. Let's get you into 3-day refresh. I have a new group starting next week. You can use the program you already bought if you want. Or here's what's on sale, right? Are you guys with me? It's so huge. Did you guys get that email from Beachbody a couple of months ago that showed you the average amount of months that people stay on Shakeology? Did you have an infinity symbol on yours? Was it a number? Okay. That number will be greatly increased if you're in touch with people. Because, guys, I was at Costco last week. They had 4 different kinds of organic protein powders. Organic. Wow. And they were $30 a jar. I think that's probably the same thing as Shakeology, right? It's organic, right, honey? Look, it has pea protein. Shakeology has that. This is why they need you to be connecting with them. Hey, girl, how's it going? How's everything going? Good. I was actually thinking about trying something. Why? Did you know that it only has 2 ingredients and this has 73? Right? I mean, they need to be in touch for you to have those conversations. You need to be helping them because they're not doing themselves a favor by getting inferior products or quitting or whatever. The most important reason, though, guys, the most important reason to be in touch with your current customers. How many of you guys right now aren't really sure how you're going to get Success Club this month? Anyone? It's okay. It's normal. It's normal to feel that way. Here's the thing I'll tell you. The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer. The hottest source of a new lead is a current customer. There's nothing better. I'm not going to teach you anything better than that. Shalene Johnson doesn't have a class that has a hotter source of a lead than a current customer. Nobody does. Current customer is the hottest source of a new lead. Okay, just real quick on this. Think about it. You guys have a group going. Let's say someone's doing a 21-day fix and they're getting great results, right? Inches are falling off. They're feeling great. Now picture the scene at work in the lunchroom. People are like crushing donuts, right? That some vendor brought in, and your customer is at the company blender making a Shakeology. Their little logoed cup. She looks amazing. People are like, what are you doing? What is that? Shakeology. Oh, gosh, I'm doing this program. And then they've got, you know, somebody's over there. The IT guy has got like the cup of noodle in the styrofoam cup from the vending machine. And he's having that for lunch. Meanwhile, she's got her containers, right? Her like poached salmon with her brown rice and her, like, it's these beautiful food. People are like, what are you doing? Here's the thing. These conversations are happening right now with your current customers. Why is everyone in that lunchroom not on your team right now? First of all, you got to be in touch with your customers, right? But you also have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be determined that every one of your customers that's getting results will duplicate themselves into many people. And you have to tell them that is your expectation. Okay, so I'm just getting quick. I don't have a lot of time to do it. I could do an hour on this, and I promise in the next 3 months, I will do a full hour training on this and put it in the university on Teamzy. But here's what I'm just going to give you guys the quick version. Okay, so get your pens out, those of you who are interested. Otherwise, you can watch this recording. But this is how you do it. Karina, you are my guinea pig because you're right in the middle of my screen right here. So Karina's my customer. She's on 21 Day Fix. She's doing amazing. She's lost 8 inches already. She's like beaming, you know, energy, the whole deal. So I'm going to message her or call her, whatever, however you guys communicate. And I'm just going to say, hey, Karina, I just wanted to let you know how proud of you I am. You're doing amazing. You're not only focused and getting great results for yourself, but you're encouraging other people in the challenge group. I just want to let you know how proud of you I am and how grateful I am that you're in the group. I'm also super grateful, Karina, that you chose me to be your coach. I'm honored to be part of your journey. So far, I've told her I'm proud of her, right? And I've thanked her for being my customer, in my own words. Now, Karina, I want you to know that if you have any, you know, like my passion is to help people, Karina. So if you have any friends or family who could use help, you think that would benefit from some of the things we're doing, I would love to help them too. And she's going to go, oh yeah, Eric, absolutely. I'll tell everybody. I'm already telling everybody. I told everybody about you, right? Which is nice. And that's nice that people tell you that they're going to refer you to people. But then what happens? You very rarely get that connection. So here's what you do. The next step is the important one, guys. Don't ask for the referral. Ask for an introduction. Okay? So Karina, could you do me a favor? Is there anyone you can think of right now that would benefit from our next group that starts a week from Tuesday? Can you think of anybody that might be interested? So I kind of put her on the spot to think of somebody, and usually she'll think of at least one person, sometimes several. Okay? So here's what you do with that. She's thinking of somebody now. Well, actually, I could think of somebody. Great. Would you do me a favor? Would you mind introducing me to your friend? Just whatever's easiest, like a group chat, group text, group email, whatever you want to do, just introduce them to me. I'll get them the information on the group. They can take it or leave it. Does that make sense? So you want the introduction. Guys, if you get introduced to a friend, that is the greatest thing in the world. You just got new relationships in your Teamzy account, and whether or not they're interested in the next group week from Tuesday or not does not matter because they're on your Teamzy list now. Now they are part of your orchard. They're on your tree ripening. They're going to eventually, you're going to warm that relationship up so that they can't resist and they want to go with you and do it. Okay, so don't worry about it. That's the best thing ever. Now, here's the cool thing too, guys, I want you to know. If Karina gives me 3 names and I reach out to those people and they're all interested, guess what I'm going to do? Karina, listen, your friends, thank you so much for connecting me with them. They're all going to join the group. Have you ever thought of being a coach? Because you got your first 3 customers right here, and we can sign you up as a coach, put them in as you, we'll run the group together. Now your Shakeology is paid for, Karina. So like just by staying in touch with your customers, guys, and working on duplicating people, not only are you getting more customers and more Success Club points, but you're also creating coaches. You're creating demand for people that maybe don't have the confidence to know they could do it. But when you kind of take on the initiative of connecting their friends to the programs, now they're like, actually, this is pretty cool. My friends think this is cool too. All right, so I'm sorry. That was what's called a passion tangent. I went off. What happened to Teamzy? Where is it? There it is. Okay, we're back. So you go through your customers. So you get all these done until it's solid, then you go to customers, all this is solid, then you go to coaches. Third one you're gonna do is connect to your coaches the same way. Guys, coaches need to be followed up with personally. Being on a once a week Zoom call, being in a Facebook group is not gonna cut it for having a relationship. And coaches quit for the same reason customers do. They just kind of fizzle out when there's no communication. It's called Teamzy for a reason. We want you to build your team. Just connect with them the same way. How's it going? Is there anything I can do for you today? How can I best serve you today? What's the best thing I can do for you today? Just little messages, okay? To stay in touch with people, and Teamzy makes that so easy. Okay, so now the last piece, follow-ups, okay? This is where the magic happens, is on the follow-ups. Okay, guys, listen, this is important. If you're sleeping, wake up for this one. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Have you guys heard that before? How many of you guys follow up 10 times? Typically, anyone? Okay, you're normal. Why do you think you don't follow up 10 times? Is it because you just don't have a good system and they fall through the cracks? Maybe? Or is it because you feel like you're nagging people? Anybody fall into that category a little bit? Okay. So a couple things here. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it in Teamzy. It's super easy. Okay, so I'm trying to remember who I messaged already tonight in the beginning here. Doesn't matter. So let's just say that we've got somebody coming up that we've been messaging. Do you guys even remember who I messaged? Let's see. Oh, look, Yvette Owens, she's responding from my message, so we'll use her as my example. Okay, so we messaged Yvette. She's already responding. Now let's fast forward and say that Yvette and I had a great conversation, okay? So we talked and we connected, we got caught up, and she's interested in moving forward, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is, typically when they've shown some interest, I'll say, hey, Yvette, let's get on the phone. I wanna talk to you a little bit more about your goals. That's just the way I do it. I like to talk to them on the phone. And I'll find out her goals and connect her to the right program. Now, while I'm on the phone with her, I'm gonna say, hey, Yvette, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you an email right now, and it has all the information on the group, and it has the link that you need to buy your challenge pack with. I'll check in with you tomorrow, see if you have any questions, okay? You guys get all that? That's just the way I do it. Now, what I'm gonna do in Teamzy now is I'm gonna come back now and look her up. Okay, there she is. And this is going to bring me to her record. Here she is. Now, if I go to activity feed, you can see that message we sent just a few minutes ago. The first thing I might do is click edit and then just paste the whole Facebook conversation in there. So I have it. Because this was just that first part of the conversation, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log the invite that I just emailed her. So guys, so let's say it was 21-day fix. I used to copy the whole email in here, but now I just label what it is. You can do it either way. But that was an email, right? But now notice something different this time. See this little invite button right there? I'm gonna click that because this time I'm inviting her to my group. It's not just a, hey, how's life going? Now I need to select my type. That was a challenge group invite. Okay, so now it's all set, but I don't wanna log it yet because it's gonna go to a follow-up on the default follow-up, which did a 3 stars, 90 days. What did I tell her I would follow up? Tomorrow, right? I said I'll check in tomorrow. So now I need to set a follow-up. See right there? I'm gonna set it for tomorrow. Now when I log it, you can see there's a follow-up set. You guys see that? Now if I'm on my dashboard tomorrow and I'm doing my prospects, my customers, my coaches, when I get to my follow-ups tab, there's Yvette on my follow-ups page. You see that? So now after I've done my prospects, customers, and coaches, I'm going to go through my follow-ups. Now, guys, this is the key. You keep people on your follow-up list until they convert or you've followed up 10 times and nothing happened, okay? And I'll show you how to do this. So tomorrow I'm going to come follow up with Yvette. Now, get your pencils ready because I'm going to tell you my dialogue that works amazingly every time. If you ever feel like you are nagging people, this is how you don't do it. Okay, it's real simple. It's 2 sentences. You ready? And I'll send it usually Facebook message. Hey, Yvette, just following up like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? That's it. Hey, Yvette, just following up like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Right? Just like I promised I would, what questions do you have for me? Guys, it's so powerful. Let me explain a couple things that happened. When I was talking to her, I told her I'd check in tomorrow, see if she had any questions. She was like, okay, great. Did she really expect me to do that? I don't know, maybe. But when I did it, when I did what I said I would do, it put a deposit in her trust account. Do you understand how rare it is for something to follow through on something they said they were going to do? It's so rare. Now, when I use the words like I promised I would, it changed the tone. It changed the tone from I'm going to follow up and make sure you make the purchase you said you were to I promised you I would follow up because I care. Right? Because guys, this is so important. It's so important. Your coaching begins when they say they're interested, not when they purchase. Because the purchase is the hardest part of the program for them. Remember how we talked about how bad they want at a subconscious level to stay consistent to their current life, even though they want change? They want change, but subconsciously they don't. People hate change. They want to be healthy and fit, but they kind of don't. They're kind of worried that they're not going to like the nutrition plan. They're kind of worried that it's going to be a lot of work. And so even though they told you, yeah, I'm excited, they're not going to answer to your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth follow-up sometimes. But you have to follow up. It's your duty. You're the coach. You told them you care. You told them you were going to help them. You have to help them through this part. And I tell them, you're going to run from me and I'm going to hound you. I'm going to be on you like, white on rice. That's part of what I do as a coach. So when you follow up, you tell them, hey, like I promised I would, I'm following up. Day 2, and you get no response typically. Day 2, they're on your list again. Boom. Hey, Yvette, checking in again. Did you get my email? What questions do you have? Set my next follow-up. Log it. Day 3. Hey, it's me again. I'm excited about the goals we set. Let's get started. Log it. I'll do 4 days in a row, typically 4 days in a row, and I don't expect an answer. But here's what is happening. As long as your tone is happy, as long as you're there about them, about helping them, you put your smiley emoticons and things like that in there, right? Soften it up. They're going to love it. Here's the thing. They're hiding, but every day when they get your message, they remember emotionally like, okay, yep, this person cares about me. Yep, they're trying to help me. I need to do that. But they also will give themselves a reason, an excuse why they're not responding to you. What'll happen is after about 4 days, you might slit it for 2 days. You might do every other day for a while. What happens typically around the 6th or 7th follow-up is you get a response that says, oh my gosh, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for following up with me. My life has been so nutty lately. My kids have been sick. And then they give you all the reasons that they made up every day as they didn't answer you. My kids have been sick, my car, whatever, my job, right? And that's okay. Don't be annoyed by that. Expect it. I know life's crazy, but you know what? You deserve 30 minutes a day just for you. Right? And I'm going to help you with that. It's going to make all the difference. I know that you're a great mom and your kids come first, but if you just gave yourself 30 minutes a day to take care of you, imagine what a better mom you could even be than you are now. Right? So you guys, you got to love people enough to follow up with them. You follow up, follow up, follow up. Don't let them fall off this list. If this is all you do, and there's a lot of teams that didn't show you, prospects, customers, coaches, every day, and then work your follow-ups list, you're going to do phenomenal. Okay. What questions do you guys have for me? Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to go ahead and unmute yourself and ask.
Hey, Eric. So I have a question. I have been using Teamzy and I absolutely am falling in love with it, obviously, because consistency is not one of my biggest attributes. Um, and that's where it's helping me a lot. But I want to know, would you say it's way better to use it on your computer than the app? Because I don't feel I get the same out of the app that I do when I'm on the computer. Is this because it's something that it's probably better that you do your power hour sitting on your computer and not while you're on the train?
I think you fit it in where you can. Some people don't have the ability to sit down in front of their computer for an hour a day. The cool thing about having it on your mobile phone is it's a mobile website, by the way, guys, not an app, but you can get there. You go to teamzy.com on Safari or Chrome, depending on your device, and you just save it to your home screen. I think it's cool, though, that you can fit it in your gap time, for sure. You know, if you can't do an hour, but you can do 15 minutes on your commute to work and 15 minutes on your commute back, that's better than nothing, you know? Because you're going to get to a point, you guys, when you guys get to a point where you get to go full-time as a Beachbody coach, you're going to get to do like 3 power hours a day. And then you're going to be amazed at what you can get done.
What about bulk emails? Are you guys doing that soon?
Yeah, it's in process right now.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Probably, I don't know. What is it? It's the very beginning of September. I don't want to say the end of this month, but it won't be that much farther than that.
Okay, cool.
So I know the guys are working on it big time right now. So we've got some pretty big goals to get that done quickly.
Another thing Eric did not mention that is Teamzy that I do love is they have also autoresponders to make your life easy on copying and pasting. So if you do not know what to say to a customer, I think there's pretty much a little bit of everything on there that you guys can go and click on and look at. It's amazing.
Well, one of the things that's going to happen about the same time at the end of this month probably is all of the scripts will be built right into the dashboard.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there'll be a little light bulb. You can just click it. And then if you pick the script that you want. The cool thing is this, like I'm going to write you guys 10 follow-ups. Follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3, follow-up 4, follow-up 5. How many of you could follow up 10 times if I wrote all 10 for you?
Oh, I would.
I'm going to write you guys 10 follow-ups and put them in there. And when you go in and do your follow-ups, you just click the button and you go, I would just want number 4. Boom. And you can just paste it right in your Facebook thing and just change it around, you know, make it yours. Change the name, put your emoticon in, whatever. Boom, send it. The thing is this, it doesn't really matter what you say. It matters what your heart is. And it matters that you're in contact. It matters that you're showing that you're going to care about people. Does that make sense? And I can't even tell you how many times people think I'm an amazing person because I remembered to follow up when I said I would. Do you think I remembered anything? I turned on Teamzy and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to follow up with this person? And I look in the notes and it's like from 3 months ago. She wants you to follow up on September 6th. It's like, boom. It's awesome when you get there right on that date. Bam. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's coming soon. The thing about Teamzy is it's constantly getting better.
It really is. If you guys have any questions on adding your contacts and all that, I am very non-techie, and I got this done literally like in seconds. It was really, really easy. However, I will tell you guys one thing. There were a whole bunch of people that I did not want from my Facebook that were family. So look at your list before you add it. So you're not sitting there coding, doing, you know, making them number 1 or 5 or whatever it is. Because I had to delete a good 250 family members that were already in the business.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. I would keep my family. Everyone in my family better be buying Shakeology out of guilt or out of the desire. I don't care which.
That we are Hispanic, so we don't need to be sending each other messages. We're kind of together. So yeah, that's why I deleted them, because they're gonna be like, I was just with you 2 seconds ago.
But the good news is, guys, is that you can delete people just by clicking on the trash can. It used to be more difficult than that, but it's just constantly getting easier.
It's
so
super easy. Believe me, if I can use this program, anybody can.
That's what I say about me. Any other questions, guys? I know it's late on your end of the world.
No, we're Beachbody coaches.
This is when we work, right?
Exactly. All right,
I
good.
know.
If anybody is asking any questions, thank you so much for doing this for us. We so appreciate this. So glad that somebody finally came up with something like this. Honestly, it was genius. Thanks again.
Thank you guys. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully you got some good value tonight. Again, get in there, guys, and get your free trial started for sure. And get your success partners for 30 days. You want a success partner for just 30 days before you commit to them, because you might not like being their success partner. So you got to try them out. You know, a lot of coaches will pick a success partner and then be like, I don't like my success partner. They'll end up having 3 success partners because they don't want to break up with the first couple. So it's cool. Just do 30-day success partner and be like, hey, we graduated.
That's it. I'm over you. Thank you so much. Have a good one. I hope you feel better.
Thank you guys. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.